Hello and welcome to a new video. Today I'll be taking the Honda Navi up through Shawnee Park and then to Chickasaw Park. I know before I've gone on a ride that goes through or goes to Shawnee Park, but I didn't actually ride through it all that much. And there's another park, Chickasaw Park, that's not all that far, so I will go through both of those. Right now I'm on Northwestern Parkway. Kind of to the west of downtown Louisville. And like I said, I've gone for a ride before. I started in downtown Louisville and then went to Shawnee Park. But didn't actually go through the park all that much. And it's honestly just a park that I haven't gone through all that often. You know, outside of recording these videos, I wasn't as familiar with it. So that's one of those things where it's nice that you can go pull up, you know, Google Maps or Apple Maps or whatever app you prefer and see the aerial satellite view of a park and kind of check it out that way. You can also go to, you know, whatever city park websites there are. And it's a pretty nice day. Temperatures, I think, in the 70s. It's been sunny all day. It is currently a little after 7 p.m. So not quite. You know, the sun is setting, but it's not quite sunset yet, or really close to sunset. You know, this is just a neighborhood that I hadn't gone through all that much. There are a lot of very interesting looking homes. And then over here to the right, I'll be passing the Shawnee Golf Course. Which, I'm not a golfer myself, so I don't really, haven't really golfed. I think the last time that I really, you know, aside from putt-putt golf, I think the last time I actually did any type of golf stuff whatsoever was in high school. It was only a few times. Now, some of the public golf courses that are a little bit closer to my house, I'll go through and walk at nighttime when people are no longer out golfing. Because they're usually pretty nice open spaces to look around. Alright, yes, I'm approaching Shawnee Park now. And over to the right, there's bike lanes on this stretch of road. And then you turn right now on this is where Southwestern Parkway begins. So now I'm turning into Shawnee Park. Now I've gone through here, like I said before, and there's over to the right, there is a baseball field. So what I'm going to do now is go left, because this is the section of the park that I've never really gone through. Actually, I'm going to go right first. Just to see what the view looks like. So there's a, down through here is the boat launch ramp, where if you have a boat, you can launch it into the Ohio River. Or, if you don't have a boat, you just come and check out the view. So, not the only one that had that idea, but it should be relatively easy to turn around. Yes, that's the Ohio River. People fishing. It's a nice view. There's a barge. It's always nice when there's a location like that where you can kind of go get a nice view of the river and just camp out and relax. I don't know that personally I'd want to go down through there hauling a boat trailer and launch the boat, but I'm also not somebody that has to do that very often, so I'm sure when people do, it's probably no problem. Yeah, so now this is going through the park, Shawnee Park. This is the section that, like I said, when I went through before on the ride, I did not go through here, so. See where all this goes. And it is interesting because all this stretch is all, there's, you know, the river is just through the woods over to the right. So it's never too far away. I guess this is where semis come and post up for a minute. So this park is larger than you might think at initial glance, because initially you see like the baseball field and the boat launch ramp area, but there is more to it. If you go through the park, there's more around here. Looks like there's been a lot of people doing donuts through here, burnouts. There's a pond over here with a fountain. There's gazebos and looks like a football field. I'm sure you could play soccer in there too. Alright, so now I'm going to go up here to the road. Oh man, that's not the way I was wanting to go. Oops. Well, that's an interesting looking house. Yeah, so I should have went straight. Yeah, so now I'm heading towards Chickasaw Park, which is another park that's not too far. There's a lot of the parks, you know, in Louisville. There's Cherokee Park, Iroquois Park, Shawnee Park, Chickasaw Park, Seneca Park. A lot of parks named after Native American tribes. I think this goes into the park. I think. Guess we'll find out. And not to get too morbid, this was a park locally in Louisville that made the news because there was a mass shooting event that occurred here, but you know, aside from that, that was just a normal park. Just tennis courts. Okay. Playground. Yeah, this park's not as large as Shawnee Park. Doesn't have as much stuff in here. There's gazebo covered areas. I know that, you know, you don't have to go too far from here, and then you're somewhat close to some industrial areas. There's a little pond. Got a lot of algae in it, it looks like. Probably wouldn't swim in that myself. I'm not 100% sure what street I'm on here. Oh, I guess I'll turn around here in a second. It's always interesting to see what the different neighborhoods and areas in town look like. Because a lot of the videos, you know, I record stuff in the Highlands area. I don't, you know, record videos only showing that area of town. Because that area, I guess I'll pull a turn here. The area of town has some pretty affluent neighborhoods. My street is not necessarily, but the area in general has some pretty big ritzy houses. Alright, so I'll turn around here. So I'm going to be turning onto Southwestern Parkway. It's also interesting to see how well the roads are surfaced in different areas, with potholes and grooves and big chunks missing, and this section is actually pretty smooth. Yeah, but it looks like, you know, at both Shawnee and Chickasaw Park, there were just people hanging out on a nice weekday before it gets dark. Yeah, so that was Chickasaw Park. These are areas too. I would be interested to know what they looked like, 50 years ago. Or, even going further back than that. There's a lot of, when Louisville was a, kind of larger city in terms of the cities in the U.S. earlier on. A lot of it was because of the proximity to the river and being a port town. So a lot of the stuff that was built up was around, the river and the riverfront area. And then as time went on, urban sprawl and all that kind of stuff, and the expressway system, then people kind of went out to the further sides of the city. Now I'm on Broadway. Which eventually will take me back into downtown Louisville. I've done a ride going through Broadway before where I was coming in the other direction. I started out more from the downtown Louisville side and came in, towards this way. And this is going the opposite direction. But yeah, so that was going through Shawnee Park and Chickasaw Park, and then kind of exploring those areas, then coming back down Broadway. But yeah, that'll wrap it up till next time. Later.